If you creating the right content and you putting the right stuff out there, people are definitely gonna tap in. You know what I mean? If it's something you love to do, it's not gonna feel like work. You know what I mean? Because you get up and it's something you love to do. I used to question God like, damn, why everybody always putting their problems on me? You know what I mean?
Oh,
like,
man, yeah.
why am I always the one? Everybody call me with their problems. You know what I'm saying? I'm going through shit too. You know what I mean? Like, but it was kind of like it was God's calling.
What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to another episode of the B4Real Podcast, and I want to thank you for being here with us today. But today I have something special. Today I have FMO J Will from Beaumont, Texas. Introduce yourself, man.
What's going on, everybody? It's your boy FMO J Will, clothing designer, clothing brand owner, and I'm rocking with the B4Real Podcast.
Man, hey, so we just gonna jump right into it. Let us know a little bit about yourself as far as like where you from and how you get started into the clothing line business.
So, man, Beaumont is my hometown, from Beaumont, Texas. Born and raised, grew up in the north end of Beaumont, really all over Beaumont. Clothing brand, man, just it's something that I always had a passion for. You know, it's always something that's been in me. So it was part of God's calling. Ben had a passion for fashion.
So it was a passion for fashion. So like early years in high school, middle school, what was the attire?
Oh, man, every day we was J's, fresh pair of J's every weekend, man, Jabos, polos, pretty much everything that was hot,
Basically, like that Big Hearts polo era.
Yeah, yeah. Big clothes, man. We had 2X T-shirts. I think I'm in the lowest now, so I don't even know.
I was just telling my cousin the other day, man. It's like the clothes getting smaller and smaller.
Yeah. It's same with the shoes, man. I think we was wearing big shoes too, man.
Big shoes.
I wear my shoes exact now, So
it reminds me of back when, I don't know if you remember, Pimp C went on the BET Awards and he had that pink shirt on. Was it a pink fur jacket?
Oh, it was a pink fur jacket.
And everybody started wearing pink. Pink felines and everything like that. And I say celebrities and hip hop and stuff like that have a big influence on fashion. So what influenced you as far as when it comes to fashion?
Yeah, most definitely, man. Hip hop always led the culture. So it's those guys that's on the bigger platforms. You see these guys rocking the newest stuff, and they putting the hottest stuff out in the street. So it's always something we look up to those guys, the music videos, the rappers, and everything that they do and wear. So it becomes just something that we want to put it on as well. So yeah, it's a big influence on us.
Yeah. So I know when you first got into fashion in your younger days, you didn't have the vendors and stuff like that, ways to get merch. So like, what did you do to make yourself stand out as far as fashion, not having the access to getting your own clothes and stuff like that? Like, was it something that you did different in fashion going to school, or did you just follow the wave at that time?
I always had my own swag. I don't think I necessarily, we create trends. So, of course, everybody gonna follow the trend. You know what I mean? So if it's something that you see everybody doing, if it eventually, it eventually becomes a trend. Everybody want to look up to par, and everybody want to look like everybody else. But I always was born to stand out, so that's what I do. I stand out, and in everything I do, I try to stand out.
Oh, another question I have is so when FMO first started, like, what did that first merch look like, and how is it different today? I know it's better.
Yeah,
like,
man.
So what did that first shirt look like?
Man, So, the brand is family members only clothing line, man. So what I did was, I think my first drop was actually the jacket with the shorts. It was a windbreaker set.
What year was that?
That was just last year I dropped the brand.
So as far as established, for about a year or two?
No, so I'm actually going on my 5th month.
What? And you got clothes looking like that?
Yeah, I'm going into my 5th month.
I'm thinking, man, this is like some 8 to 10 year thing, because your clothes are already dope.
Like I say, I came.
So you got lucky. You came in the game just splashing.
I came in it, man, at a different angle. Like I say, I try to stand out and be different from everybody else. I look and see what other people are doing, but that's never my motto to be a copycat. So
because I'm looking at the quality and everything, because that's a big deal. Like, right, especially once you get into higher prices in clothing and stuff like that. You see a hoodie, they people will look and be like, man, that hoodie $60, $80, but they don't understand that it's a quality difference.
Most definitely.
It's just not like you paying for a hoodie at Walmart or something like that. This, you can wash it a few times and stuff like that. So how important it is to give your clients, customers, family members, give them quality over like quantity and stuff like that.
Yeah, most definitely, man. It's always quality over quantity with me. I'm not gonna sell you nothing I wouldn't buy. Specifically, you know, I try to, like I say, I try to look for the best quality as possible, and I'm not just putting anything on a T-shirt or anything on a hoodie or nothing like that to take nobody's money. I didn't even really get into it for the money. I just got into it just to give people a different, you know, appearance. Like with fashion, it's always with me. I always said, you know, you can tell a lot about a person by the way they dress. So
Facts.
just putting some different shit on, man, making it look good, you know, and giving it something for the world to adapt to.
So when you first got into it, you say about 5-6 months ago, how long did it take you before you said, you know what, I got me a good quality product, you tried it on, you wore it out, and then you said, you know, I can sell this? Like, so, or did you just go right into it? You was like, man, this is nice. I'm trying.
Yeah, I actually went right into it, which I tapped in with a bunch of different manufacturers. You know, that's part of the key. It's like I say, with me, it was more of a quality over quantity. So I just wanted to make sure I had some good quality. And you know, when you start a clothing brand, pretty much your customers, they gonna let you know a lot about your product. Okay. So, you know, if you got people who buying and shopping with you, because I think before I even decided to sell it, I wore it. You know what I mean?
That's why I was asking you. I was like, so did you just go out, but you wore it and you tested the quality? Did you have to go through a certain amount of vendors before you decided, okay, this is the vendor I'm rocking with, or are you still with multiple different vendors, or how does that?
Yeah, so I did look into a bunch of different vendors before I decided to go with the one that I went with. And again, you know, it was just that at that point in time when I dropped that those particular pieces, I was satisfied with that quality of product that they had. You know, that's the manufacturer I deal with on that specific quality of product. You know what I mean? So I still got other different manufacturers that I tune in with and tap in with on different merch. But if I'm gonna come with the windbreaker sets and the jacket, yeah, it's definitely the same manufacturer that I deal with.
All right, but I have to let you know this is called the B4Real Podcast, and over here we be for real. So I'm gonna ask you this: how do you feel about? Because I know I'm online, I'm looking at people who want to start clothing lines and stuff like that, and the biggest thing I'm seeing in the comments is gatekeepers. So, and what I mean by that is a lot of people have information on how to do things and stuff like that, but they want to hold on to the information. How do you feel about that? And is that something that you feel like is an issue in the community and stuff like that? So. Because, you know, once you tell somebody stuff, like I could tell you how to do anything. I could tell you how to do this podcast. That doesn't mean that you're going to be able to do it and outdo me and stuff like that. But a lot of people have this thing to where they don't want to teach a certain skill and because they feel like somebody's going to get ahead of them when it's enough for everybody. So I'm going to ask you to be for real and tell me your opinion on that right there. As far as
I wouldn't be on your podcast if I didn't know how to be for real.
Yeah,
man.
I feel you.
You know, yeah, it is some gatekeepers out there, man. You know, a lot of people don't like sharing their information, you know, for whatever reason it is. But, you know, I had a few pointers given to me. You know, my brother, man, DJ Square Biz, he gave me a few insights. You know, when I told him what I had going on and what I was willing to start. So shout out to him, you know, for giving me a few pointers. But it wasn't. Like you say, you can have the information, but it's all about what you do with it.
Yeah, you can give any.
You know
I can tell you everything. You can tell me everything about how you do what you do. That don't mean
and the main thing is being true to yourself. So you got to be true to yourself when you're doing something, man. And like I say, you got to have a passion for it as well. Because I mean, what might work for me may not work for you.
Exactly. And correct me if I'm wrong. I'm noticing, because I'm not in the clothing industry at all, but I'm noticing that a lot of people that do well in the clothing industry are people who, I hate to say the word street cred, but people that have a lot of popularity. Because it's like this person can have good quality clothes and you can have it as well, same quality, 100%. But I'm noticing people who do better are people whose faces are more recognizable and people who are recognized in the community. How you feel about that? Do you feel like that's the thing? Does the person who's making the clothes have to have some type of level of, I don't want to say fame, but popularity in order for their clothes to sell or do numbers? Because at the end of the day, it's about being lucrative.
Right. I mean, popularity will get you, you know, it'll definitely get you get you going. You know what I mean? Like I say, the product gonna speak for itself. You know what I mean? You can actually not be popular, but if you got good product, you know what I mean. Like I say before, the customer's gonna let you know if you got good.
But that's a good thing that you said that, because like you said, you can actually not be popular, but how are you getting these people in your clothes? Like who, like me, for instance, when I started shooting music videos, I shot a bunch of them for free. You see what I'm saying? Before I was able to. So how are you getting these clothes out to customers before you even have any type of popularity? Who are you allowing to wear your clothes for free? Where are you sending this merch? You know what I'm saying? Things like that.
Yeah, I mean, if you're in that situation, you definitely want to try to get it out maybe to you know some people that's popular. You might have to give some things out for free, you know, just to try to get the brand out there. Because like I say, it's more so it is a popularity thing where they see, oh, such and such wearing this, so they make it seem as if it's cool. So yeah, you got a point there. You know,
especially where we from, it seems like a lot of people in Beaumont, they don't like it till everybody like it.
But let's be for real. Since we've been for real, let's be for real. You not gonna wear nothing. So if you know a guy couldn't dress back in school, you not for to go and he started a clothing line.
That's true.
You not for to go just purchase nothing from this guy.
That's true.
You know what I'm saying?
That make a lot of sense.
You not for to purchase nothing from this guy. So yeah, I mean, like I said, if the quality of the product is good enough, bro, and you got a nice little slogan to it, or you know, you got the material, you can even sell your merch. You know what I mean? But the main thing is, definitely getting it to somebody who can influence other people to wear the merch. You know what I mean?
So since you're talking about good little slogan and stuff, we can get into what does FMO mean to you, and how did that? You said it. You started it about 5-6 months ago, right?
Yeah, 5-6 months ago.
Why FMO? Why did you name it Family Members Only?
I mean, you know that's basically FMO is a brand that I started. You know, and it was based off of what I stood for, what I stand on. You know what I mean? And
so family is like
family is a big thing for me. You know what I mean? Family is a big thing, and I this brand is built off loyalty, love, and trust.
Okay.
You know what I mean? So when you think of family, you thinking of a group or a unit that's basically that provides, you know, self-respect, you know, support, you know, all those type of things. So this basically when I made this brand, this is all it's about, you know, and actually networking and building those relationships. You know what I mean? So I had somebody ask me that, man, is your brand, is it just for your family members, or is this just for everybody? So I put something out there for the world to gravitate to.
Yeah, because I was going to ask that question as well, because like it was one weekend I went to the park and I see nothing but Square Biz. Then I went another weekend, I see nothing but FMO. But every time they're wearing it, they like in groups. So I'm like, okay, so is this like family members only? Like, because that's what I thought at first. I'm like, okay, so everybody can't get this. This ain't nothing you could just go buy or whatever. But now you're explaining it. So I like the fact that you say that it's structured around family and stuff like that, because it gives you the feeling to where when you wear it, it's like you're a part of something.
The family. You're part of the family. You know.
So that's a good feel as well. It'll get people more interested in wearing it because they're supporting something that's bigger than just them or bigger than you.
Right. Yeah, it is definitely bigger than me. You know what I'm saying? It's definitely bigger than me, man. And that's what I tell people. It's all about, man, really building those relationships, you know. You never know who you might come across, or you never know who might be the next up. You never know who might actually turn a situation around or put you in a better position. So you definitely got to build those relationships. So that's basically what this about, man. You know, reaching out, networking, building relationships. You know what I mean?
All right. So coming up with designs and stuff like that. Can you walk us through a little bit of process of that? Like, so is it just like you said? So how this, for instance, you said I want flames. Like what you? Like,
So it's basically, you know, it's you want to stand out. Like I always say, you want to stand out. You know what I mean? So it's like, what can I do different to stand out? You know, what can I put on if I'm going to drop a hoodie or some sweats, what can I do different that stand out from everybody
So when they
else?
look, they know this is
okay. You know what I'm saying? Like, okay, they locking in with it. You know, they can rock this. You know what I mean? So that's basically what it is. So when it comes to designing, you got to get creative with that. You know what I mean? And just take an idea out your head, bro.
So are you just telling the idea to the vendor or the people, or are you draw something, or how that?
Yeah, so it's basically I got a graphic designer.
Okay,
you know what I mean. I got a graphic designer.
Gotta lock in with people,
and
that can do the things. All right.
You lock in with those type of people. You got like I got the idea, and they basically bring the vision to life.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying. So you come up with an idea, and you want to you know, you and your graphic designer, y'all talk it out, work it out, however y'all do it. But main thing is both of y'all meeting each other to where, okay, this what it's supposed to look like. You know what I mean? And like I say, then you take it from there and send it to a manufacturer, and then they get the product done.
Is it any other things that you are? Well, you don't have to get your sauce, but any other things that you got in the works that you want to do, but it just maybe it's far fetched, or maybe it costs a little bit more to do, and you wait and stuff like that.
Yeah, I mean, it's definitely a lot. It's definitely a lot on the table.
The reason why I asked that because I've been seeing a lot of people, well, not around here, but they've been doing it like the little shorts, but it's like fur material. You know what I'm saying? It got the I can't. I don't know if you've seen it. It's like the stuff that be on teddy bears. But it's like the shorts and it's on and it's on the jacket. I don't know how much that costs, but it's expensive.
Yeah, when you started getting into different type of fabrics and different things like that, the costs go up a little bit. Okay. You know what I mean? So it's definitely gonna cost you a pretty penny. So just depending on what it is you're trying to do. If you're trying to go with a unique style, if you're just trying to stay standard, t-shirts, pants, hoodies, stuff like that, then you'll probably you can stay in a reasonable price range. But once you start going up and start messing with these different products, like you say, your name behind it, so you don't want to sell nobody nothing that's gonna come back in.
But the thing about it is, what I'm noticing is we'll go out and go spend $80-$100 on Nike fits and stuff like that, but the quality ain't even the same. The quality actually is less than some, because like I said, I bought from streetwear not vendors, what you call it? Urban clothing lines and stuff like that around here, and the quality is actually better than Nike, but because the name's so big, you know what I'm saying, people don't feel like they feel like it's okay to spend $100 with Nike. But how you feel about that? Like, what is that? What's the issue with that?
I don't know, man. Again, that's more so of a popularity thing. You know what I mean? So I mean, Nike is a household brand, and it's something. They didn't put their time in. They didn't did the work. You know what I mean? So that all comes with it when you're building a brand. You know what I mean? And that's why I'm at with it with family members only. Man, I'm planning on making it a household brand with this. It'll be around forever. You know what I mean?
What things are you implementing in order to build that brand and keep that brand positive and keep it in people's faces? Man,
just like a lot of times you can tell a lot about a person's brand just by the logo.
Okay.
You know, I heard once said before that if you can just put your logo on a basic T-shirt and people buying it, it'll tell you a lot about your clothing brand. Okay. You know what I mean? And not only just that, but family. You know, my range, this family members only clothing brand, my range is from kids all the way up to elderly. So it's not. Yeah, because I
seen the promo post that you made. A couple days ago? You got some kids?
Oh yeah. I did something for the kids, man, and like I say, there was something definitely that I was working on, and that I wanted to put out, get something for the kids to wear, because I mean, what's a family clothing line, and if you ain't got the kids,
because that's the next generation of the family.
They the future. They the future for sure. You know what I mean?
What are you doing, like, as far as keep up with like the trends and stuff like that? Or you, like you said, you a trendsetter.
Yeah, I'm a trendsetter.
But you know, you could be a trendsetter, but at the same time, it's about making sales at the end of the day.
Right.
So like, are you looking online to see what people wearing, or are you just doing what you do?
Yeah, I always keep my eyes open, man. I always keep my eyes open, my ears open, and like I get customers that telling me all the time, you need to drop this, you need to drop that, you know what I mean? So, I mean, you're going to listen to them, but it's always, like, you probably got other stuff that's already planned out that you want to drop, so you just take heed to that, and, later on down the line, you can always remember, like, okay, they said such and such, or they said this, or drop this color, or you need to, you know what I mean? So, yeah, you definitely want to, I'm not going to say stay in the loop of what's going on or stay with the trends, but
because you don't want to get too deep into it to where you just copying.
Right. Yeah. And you could be a copycat, but you got to just make sure you following the right. You got to make sure you copying the right cat. You know what I'm saying?
Because I noticed some people don't realize that there's nothing new under the sun, and a lot of people, once you trying to get into an industry, the best thing to do is to find what's working and tweak that and make it your own, and then branch off and start trying to do your own thing. Because when you're getting your foot in the door, you gotta, if something working, it's just working.
Right.
Yeah. And you want to like get your feet wet by attempting those things and tweaking it, making it better. And then every time you do it, you adding your own twist to it.
Right. So that's what I feel like. From my first drop up until now, I think that every drop has been getting better.
Better
You know
and
what I'm
better.
saying? And that's something that I want to keep doing. I want to keep going with that, just making sure every drop get better and better.
Okay, so I know that you said that you know 5-6 months, but what are some challenges that you faced, you know, with trying to start a clothing line or trying to get your merch out and stuff like that?
Man, meeting deadlines, man. Because I mean, you know, just when you're dealing with these different manufacturers, you know, first of all, man, when you're dealing with these manufacturers, you know, you got to make sure that y'all on the same page, and you got deadlines that you trying to meet. So they got deadlines they trying to meet. You know what I mean? So it's about getting your product out there and actually getting it in a nice timely manner to get it out to the people.
So let's just say that you're trying to do like a Valentine's drop. Like, how early in advance do you need to be working on it with the vendors?
Man, I would say the beginning of January.
That's actually kind of close. That ain't
I would say at the end of December.
I would think that you would say.
I would say because just depending on
December.
You know, because you got weather that I actually had a weather delay on a shipment that I was waiting on,
and it was like super late.
And I was supposed to actually drop something. What this was around Thanksgiving time, and I didn't get that till around Christmas.
Are you dropping based off of just holidays, or like I know some vendors that, because before you came, I'm researching because I want to be prepared for the episode. So I know some vendors, they not only drop for holidays, they drop for Jordan releases and stuff like that. So like, have you got into that, or is that a plan, or no, or
So when I started out, I was trying to stick with the seasons, like as far as colors and stuff like that. But eventually, as you starting to build and grow, you want to try to come with the colorways. Everybody want to have something to match the new J's that come out, a shoe release or something like that. So you got to make sure you got the colorways, you know what I mean, to get that'll actually get you more purchases.
So summer will be here in about 2-3 months. So are you preparing for that? How are you preparing for that?
Yeah, definitely preparing for that, man. Everybody waiting on. I just had a few people DM me asking me, man, what you dropping for the summer? How you coming for the summer?
Because like now the shorts are here.
Yeah,
ready for them.
They want the hoochie daddy shorts. You know what I'm saying? So we not going below the knee no more.
You gotta have the exposed knee.
Yeah, we coming above the knee. So I got some stuff in mind that I want to do, man. So I'm definitely just so y'all aware. I'm probably do shirts, t-shirts, shorts. Probably hats, you know what I mean, bucket hats and tote bags for the women and stuff like that.
Oh, tote bags, that's different.
Probably tote bags for the women.
Oh, okay, that's different. So, like, are you getting into the athletic fitwear or not yet?
Yeah. I'm gonna get into that as well.
But right now, you just focus on still building the brand.
Yeah, I'm still right. I'm still building. Like I say, I listen. People throw ideas out there.
Because the reason why I asked that is because when I first did my B4Real podcast back in the Gap, this was some months ago. I interviewed a bodybuilder, and he was just talking about gym fashion and stuff like that. How they always looking for workout wear and what I'm saying, stuff like that. And I was like, man, that'll be a good lane to tap into. That way that you can get. The gym life is just, what I'm saying, it's bigger than what you think. If you're not in it, you don't know. But like they do it, and they gonna wear your merch.
They actually got brands out there that actually just focus on gym wear and stuff like that. Like I say, I be tuned in, man. So I be paying attention to what's going on. You know what I mean? And it's definitely something that I'm actually to get back in the gym myself, so I do need to. I'm trying to actually.
You got to get you some of them because the swole people, they be wearing them big old shirts like it's like you swole, but I can't explain it. Like the arms are out here type. I'm talking about the big shirts.
Yeah.
But they cut off right here. Mm-hmm. Those I've been seeing them wearing a lot of stuff, merch like that lately. What's some memorable moments that you say that what I'm saying that let you know or make you feel good about your brand, like something somebody did, a shout out, anything like that? Like what is your thing that you base your success off of? What shows you that you're doing the right thing?
Man, just it goes back to the customers. You know what I mean? The customers who actually buying the product. Even I got artists that's reaching out. You know what I mean? Telling me it's fire. I got telling me to send them what I have, what I'm working on. They looking at it and they giving me feedback on it. You know what I mean? And actually that lets me know I'm headed in the right direction. You know what I mean? And been creating a buzz, and just to say, like 90 days, man, I actually my brand actually kind of took off in a way that I wasn't really expecting it.
Gotcha.
You know what I mean? I got into it knowing that, okay, if this is what I'm gonna be doing, you know what I mean? I got this is my main focus, this is what I'm doing, you know, and it's only gonna go up from here. You know what I mean? So I got in it and you know, didn't quit, just kept going, you know, just keep pushing the brand out, you know, and so you can't really worry about what everybody else doing. All you can do is focus on what you got going on at that time.
For sure. So are you constantly or weekly or daily reaching out to influencers and stuff like that, trying to just get people to just post your merch or, you know, do reviews, unpacking and stuff like that? Or are you just
I did do that. I was doing it, and I mean that's actually like that goes back to what you was asking about. You know, for somebody who's not really that popular and trying to get they clothing brand off the ground, that would be a good way to start reaching out. You know, and tapping in with people. But eventually, you know, like if your product good enough, man, they'll eventually
get to the right people.
Yeah, they'll start reaching out to you. You know, I had Devin Haney. He was actually one of the first celebrities. You know, he's a boxer. He was one of the first people that he reached out to me, man, and you know, he was like, man, your shit hard. You know what I mean? Like,
see that right there, stuff like that, like it go a long way. It might be just words, but at the end of the day, we all look for that in a way. It's not that you doing something for validation, but sometimes good validation it pushes you even further. You know? Like when people tell me, man, bro, I don't know how you do it. Always coming out with content, stuff like that. It make you feel good. It make you want to keep on grinding, keep going.
Most definitely. Definitely make you want to keep on going. You know, it's a different feeling, man. You know, it's a different feeling, especially off something, you know, that's your brand that you created and the ideas and stuff that you come up with, and you see the excitement that and the joy it brings to other people.
And the fact that, like I was telling you that day I walked into the park and seen so much FMO, I was like, man, if I started that brand and I walked in here and seen all that, boy, I'll be like, man, that's crazy.
It was
bro.
funny because it's funny you say that because man, I wasn't even going to the park.
Yeah,
I wasn't even going to the park, man, and it's right around the time what the park only been open.
Been open what?
Couple months,
6 to 8 months, maybe.
So this was around the time I actually dropped my first drop. It was around the time the park had just really opening.
Yeah.
My bro had called me like, man, you need to come up here. He actually he wrote a brand. You know what I mean? He was like, man, they asking for that shit. Like, where you at?
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying? They want to see
it.
You know what I'm saying? So, man, I think I probably went around closing time. You know what I mean? And shit, man, it was.
And you got to see it.
Yeah.
That's like crazy. The fact that like this started here. You see what I'm saying? Now it's on paper. Then now it's not on paper no more. It's on somebody. It's on some clothes.
Right.
And then somebody buying it and like it enough to wear it out. Because like people, when they go out, they want to look good.
Oh,
you know what I'm saying?
Definitely.
So it's like your product is making people feel and look good. So that's just a plus right there.
Yeah, most definitely. So now when I see people in it, what's up, family? You know what I mean? So it's
basically y'all a part of the same.
Yeah, we become family at that point, man. Like I say, my brand is actually to reach out to people, you know, and it was like for me, I feel like, you know, every family has a member in their family that's willing to break the generational curses. You know, take the risk.
Exactly. You know like, and that's me. Like I'm doing things that my family's never done. So it make you feel like, okay, it's not like a weight on your shoulder. It's like, this is what I'm supposed to do.
This is what I'm supposed to be doing.
I'm supposed to do this because if I don't, who is?
Exactly.
You see what I'm saying? Because I don't want to have to put that burden on my kids.
Right.
You know so I want my kids to come and know, all right, daddy established this. You know what I'm saying? And all you got to do is just pass it down and you know, you could teach them growing up how to run this and that. You know, so you want to leave stuff to your family.
Right. And man, that's something actually, it's all about changing the narrative, you know, because I take a lot of weight, you know, off my family, and it was always like I used to question God, like, damn, why everybody always putting their problems on me? You know what I mean? Like,
man,
why am I always the one that everybody called me with their problems? You know what I'm saying? I'm going through shit too. You know what I mean? Like, but it was kind of like it was God's calling.
It's crazy you say that because I was always been like that too. I'm like, man, like. Not because I don't want to talk to nobody. I'm just not putting my problems on people because I don't like people to worry about me.
Exactly.
And then you wonder and you like, man, why I'm the one that they call to help? It's because that's what you're supposed to do.
That's what I'm supposed to be doing.
That's what you're supposed to do.
That's
and once you tap
duty.
in and you realize that, you just become so much stronger. It makes you better.
Exactly.
You know?
Exactly.
But we're going to move on. So what things that have you been doing as far as to market? You said that you haven't really got into the visual marketing as much yet, but like, what are some plans that you have in order to market and make it more of a household name? You're already getting there, and it's only been 5-6 months.
Right.
Just imagine the next 6 months to a year, like where you'll be if you're already right here with no marketing. So, what's some marketing strategies that you're trying to implement?
Man, just making content.
Okay.
You know, just building content, putting different content out there. Because I mean, you can make a video. You know what I mean? But if like people really, their attention span is not as,
It's like
it's
real
not as
short. You
long.
know who got
So people really, they don't even watch a whole video. So what I learned is that if you put a song on it, you know what I mean, or a catchy song, it'll catch their attention.
And it's ways that you can make people watch whole videos that they don't even know. Like every 3 seconds changing the camera angle, stuff like that, jump cuts, and like you said, music. It's ways to make people watch a minute video. But the chances of them watching a minute video are very, very slim. But you got to catch them in that first 3 to 6 seconds. That's the thing. So, but somebody who's good at marketing clothing brand, I would say Square Big, like he's because he's taking it to where, in my opinion, to where it doesn't feel like he's trying to sell something.
Right.
That's why it's like, that's what drawn me to his content, because everything he doing, this is what he'll be doing anyway.
Right.
You watching him do something that you ain't gonna come buy no clothes. I'm still gonna be hanging them up.
Exactly.
You feel what I'm saying?
Exactly.
That's what I'm looking at. It's like it's just day in the life. Whether you come or not, I'm here.
Yeah.
That's why I feel like that's what makes that brand, so big, because I don't get the feel of here, buy this.
Right.
You feel what I'm saying? So if you could tap into subliminally selling, because everybody knows about sales, but at the same time, if you can do something that you was gonna do anyway and just make content out of it, it'll reach the people a little bit better.
Yeah. Most definitely, man. If you creating the right content and you putting the right stuff out there, people are definitely gonna tap in. You know what I mean? If it's something you love to do, it's not gonna feel like work. You know what I mean? Because you get up and it's something you love to do. I like putting that shit on. I like getting up every day and just putting something on, even if I ain't got
you ain't got nowhere to go.
You know what I'm saying? I like just putting this shit on, looking good. You feel me? Because it tell you a lot about a person. You know what I mean? I can't go out the house just looking any kind of way. You know what I mean? My kids, my wife, she don't go out the house.
Not at all.
You know what I'm saying? Because at the same time, they represent me.
They represent, and it's just, and then when you look at them, it's like looking in the mirror. You're like, dang. Yeah. I can't have my kids looking any type of way, because that's reflect. I don't care how good you look.
Facts.
You send your kids to school or anywhere, or you know what I'm saying, looking any time way. That's you. Facts. Every time people see them, they can't buy their own clothes.
Right.
You see what I'm saying? Or they can't brush their. You know what I'm saying? They can brush their own teeth, but you know what I'm saying? They can't walk out, look in the mirror, and be like, I'm all the way put together. They kids. You know what I'm saying? You supposed to be doing that type stuff.
Right. And my daughter, she at the age now, man. She dressing herself and she
putting it on.
Yeah, she put it on. She'll try to tell you if something don't match, or if something don't look right. So yeah, she definitely see me
when it comes to fashion, I'm changing a lot. Well, first of all, I lost a lot of weight, so it's like now I can fit stuff. So it's like I'm in a position to where I'm changing now. Like I would never wear like big baggy clothes ever. Because it make you look bigger. But now I'm noticing I'm getting more into that. And I'm not as matchy as I used to be. You know what I'm saying? Like I put on, you know what I'm saying, these color shoes with this color shirt. And,
right.
You know what I'm saying? Stuff like that. So how you feel about that when it comes to fashion, as far as being super matchy, or do you just switch it up?
Nah, fashion, man, it's really, you don't have to match. You know, it's a wave now where you don't even have to match. I mean, we used to try to do that, you know, in some cases you still do, but like now you don't have to match, man. You can throw on, like you say, it's just throw on something and you know, making it look good. You know what I mean? Like you can throw a plain t-shirt on and some jeans and have some fly kicks on that just stand out. You know what I mean? All eyes on the kicks now. You just made that fit a whole another fit. You know what I mean? It ain't just a regular basic fit.
It's not the clothes, it's the person in them.
It's the person in them.
And how you swag it out. Like, because I see a lot of people, influencers on Instagram, TikTok, and the stuff that they're wearing, it don't go together for me, but it go together for them. I'm like, what is it? What is it? Like, why is that? Like, it's because it's the confidence, like, because the fashion is more than just what you got on. It's like you can sense confidence in people. Like when somebody wearing something that you would never wear, but you like, why do I like it on them? It's because they wearing it, they putting it on. You know what I'm saying?
Right, and that's all. Like you say, self-confidence.
Yeah,
you know, you got to have that self-confidence to actually pull something off that, you know, the average person wouldn't put on, or, you know, like you say, stand out, man. You got to stand out. The whole thing about it is being true to yourself. You know.
Once you get a little bigger and your brand grows a little more, I know you have the sets that everybody can get and everybody, you know, well, not everybody, majority of people would like. Do you plan on getting into those pieces to where like I won't call them rare, but like not everybody aware, to where like it's a piece that's like you're not gonna see at the park. This is something where if you into this, you into this. Do you plan on like having those little gems on like on the website that you make in the future? It might be higher in price, but this is like exclusive, and once you buy it, you waiting on. It's a pre-order type.
Right. Yeah. So I'm not gonna say it's not gonna be for everybody to wear, but I would say I'm planning on dropping exclusive pieces to where you definitely gotta.
This is what you want to put on.
Yeah, you definitely gotta pre-order this, or you know it's only gonna be so much limited. It's gonna be limited. You know.
So is the pre-order is pre-order more better or lucrative for you, or is it like you get all the merch and just try to sell it? What's better for you?
Man, I tried the pre-order thing when I first was coming out. You know what I mean? When I first dropped my first merch. And a lot of people, if they don't actually see it or they don't see the product in person, it's you know what I mean? Unless, like you say, go back to popularity. If you know, they know, okay, he ain't gonna sell, you know.
But one thing about the pre-orders, though, I know returning customers would do it, but it's hard to get new ones on pre-orders. Yeah, that's how I am. Like if I'm on the website and they say this is a pre-order, blah blah blah, please wait 4 to 6 weeks for shipping. I'm like, I don't know, you know.
Like a lot of people be wanting it right now.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying. They don't want to wait. They don't want to. If you got it on hand right now.
Yeah,
you know what I mean.
That's basically what you moved into because of that.
Yeah. So I mean, which like I say, when I start getting more into the exclusive pieces and stuff like that, you definitely gonna
have no choice, because sometimes when you doing it and you trying to sell products without doing the pre-order, it's like it's more costly on you from the top end, right?
Yeah.
Or how does that work? Is it more pricey to do non-pre-order? Like, isn't it like more cheaper?
Well, it's just gonna cost you more. It's just gonna cost you more on the front end.
Okay.
Yeah, it's gonna cost you more.
And it's more of a risk because like you got to sell it.
Yeah, I mean, if you got so much overhead and you ain't pushing your product, you know what I mean.
That's another issue.
Yeah, it's another issue. But like I say, it's shit like it's like the dope game. You know what I mean. As long as you got good product. It's gonna sell itself.
Okay, so I want to go back to that first launch that you did. You said that you tried it on first, and you said, you know what, I'm gonna go ahead and jump into selling. So that first pack, when you got that, you did everything from packing, everything, build a team. Like, how did that work?
Yeah, so my manufacturer that I actually used for that first drop, they actually did everything. They actually packaged.
Oh, it was already packaged?
Yeah, it was already packaged.
Okay, so you didn't have to do. Okay, so you wasn't shipping out. You was going to people's houses.
Yeah, I was just hand over hand. I was door to door, hand over hand.
Okay, so how important is for you to build a team and get a team? Do you plan to do that, or you want to do everything with
you? Most definitely, man. You can't do it by yourself. You know, there's no way you can possibly do it by yourself. You know, because the brand only gonna get bigger and bigger. So, you know, just right now, you know, I got my wife that's helping me out, you know, from time to time when she can, and you know, I'm up all times of the night, you know, trying to get stuff packaged. The things that I do have to get packaged, I do spend a lot of time doing that. You know,
because man, when you said that whole family thing, it got me, man. I feel like I'm left out. I'm gonna have to give me something so I could be a part of the family.
Hey,
I don't want to be just sitting over here just not in the family and stuff
man,
like that. Because y'all might go to Astroworld or Six Flags or something, and then I'm sitting over here looking stupid. I want to go too. Yeah.
Most definitely, man.
Don't leave me. I want to go to Schlitterbahn.
Yeah, I ain't planning on leaving nobody out. You know what I mean? I mean, this brand is built, like I say, it's built on loyalty, love, and trust, and it's touched from kids to women to the men, all the way up to the elders.
Speaking of the women, what's some drops that you got for the women that's coming or that you already did?
Man, I actually I dropped these crop top warm-up sets for the women. Okay. I actually did those, and I called them the Jackie Brown sets.
Why you call them that?
Yeah, because you ever seen that Jackie Brown movie?
No. What's the name of it?
It's a movie called Jackie Brown.
It's old?
Yeah, it's old. It's an old movie, man. Like probably the 70s or the 80s or something like that. But yeah, Jackie Brown was she was a bad Mama Jones.
Is it the crop top just the shirt or is the set?
Nah, it's a set. It was a crop top set. It was long sleeve, you know, kind of cotton with the
You still have those on hand or is that?
I got a few. I still got a few sizes, not many. And I actually just uploaded and launched a website too. So now people who
go ahead and drop that. What's the name of the website?
Yeah, the website is www.fmoclothing.myshopify.com. So that's the link, and you can go on my Instagram, Facebook. You know, I got it in my bio. Everybody who been trying to reach out, you know, wanting to know how to order, there you go. I just dropped that to you. So
Cause I ain't gonna lie, I was looking at that too. I was like, man, how do I get it? Cause I seen, cause the guys have some sets, and it's not made out of cotton. It's something like this.
yeah. That's the windbreaker sets. That was my first drop.
Okay, because
That
I seen. They always up there with the button downs open, no shirt. I'm like, what's this going down?
What's going on? Yeah, you know. So everybody got their own way of dressing up. You know what I mean, tweaking and stuff like that. But
Okay.
Yeah, that was actually my first drop. I'm actually gonna probably do some more in different colors. I think I came out with 5 colors.
I know you got the blue.
Yeah, I got
red,
blue,
right?
red, black, cream,
I seen something that look kind of
and
pinkish.
brown.
You ain't got no.
I dropped the pink set, like in this right here. This is a Super Bowl set. I actually called these the Super Bowl sets because I dropped them right around Super Bowl time.
Okay, got you.
After the Kansas City Chiefs won the Super Bowl.
So what's some clothing brands that you wearing besides yourself? Or you have, or you plan to wear, or you want to shout out stuff like that?
Man, I wear pretty much everybody. It's a lot of brands out here, man. I got I got a few homies that's doing their thing. I don't just wear my brand. I try to wear everybody and support everybody. You know what I mean? So that's probably what that kind of give me some of that love that I done pushed out. So I kind of get that same support back. You know what I mean? So I rock with Square Biz, No Hand Dot, Solid Figures, Plotting Billions, and him and Jew, Dose Coriolis, the DC brand. Rich Millions, of course, they got other brands out there. Fast Money Gang at FMG.
Yeah, so basically, it's a lot of people out there that you support, and it's just not about about you, and you do and have rocked other
most definitely, man. I'm all about showing love to the city and showing the support. You know what I mean? So that's kind of where a lot of my support come from too.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? Because those guys, they had brands before I started mine. You know what I mean?
Okay.
So
you have to let it be known that you rocking with them too.
It ain't no hating. You know what I mean? It ain't never that.
The best thing that I seen, because growing up in Beaumont or whatever, and it's like kind of like a crab in the bucket mentality. So when I seen that picture with you and Square Biz, when I saw that, I was like, there's unity, because you don't get that a lot, especially when it comes to something like this. Because in this community, this would be considered an art. Basically, what you're doing,
right?
And especially in the art world, artists don't support other artists like that, especially in Beaumont.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying? So when you see that gives a good image out, not only to other artists, but just to the community. Like, we can all stick together, and it's enough out here for everybody. Like, if you go in my closet, you don't just see one brand. Right. Everybody has a closet, and you can find your way into everyone's closet. Doesn't just because somebody bought this today doesn't mean they won't buy you tomorrow. You see what I'm saying? So it's like, it's enough money, it's enough wisdom, knowledge, everything out here for everybody. So I liked it that was a good stance for Beaumont, and it was bigger than just the art of clothing design. Right. It just made it to where everybody see that y'all do stick together, because when you got two people doing the same thing, of course, negative minds, people take the negative approach and be like, you know what, they're against each other. No, it ain't that. It's like, I'm learning from him, he learning from me, and we're able to come together sometimes and see what happens. Who knows? You might have a Square Biz FMO collab in the future. You might do a half and half varsity jacket, something, anything. You see what I'm saying? Right. So stuff like that, I like to see.
Yeah, most definitely. That's why it go back to
because I'm ready to see the varsity jacket. Boom, we got FMO over here. You feel me? You got
that's something. That's something.
And the colors different.
Yeah,
you got the FMO patches. You know what I'm saying? The Square Biz patch. I'm ready to see it. I'm ready to pay that $100 for it. You know what I'm saying? So we doing something like that. That's what I want to see.
Yeah, most definitely, man. So it's definitely a good thing when everybody can come together and show the community of the city, that it's all love. It ain't no hating on none of that, going on.
So as far as you was telling me earlier about some shout outs and things that you got in the future, like what was you saying about artists and people that have wore your clothing?
Yeah, man. So big shout out to Finesse 2 Times. He was actually one of the first rappers that actually reached out and stood on business and said and did exactly what he said he was gonna do.
Okay.
So he shouted the brand out. I sent him a link to what I had. He checked it out and he actually stamped it. You know what I mean?
Okay,
he stamped it. So yeah, it's definitely good to know that you got people out there, like I tell everybody, it's 99.9 billion people in the world. You know what I mean? It's still half of the world I don't even see what you working on.
And that's the thing. People be so like, that's like with anything with art, music artists, it's like people be so worried about what the people around here think about their music if they're listening to it. But you have to realize the world is huge. Like, especially now that since we got streaming platforms and the internet, like you can have a fan base in somewhere far away, and the people in Beaumont don't even know that your brand exists.
Yeah.
Like, so don't get too caught up on what the people in your city are doing or how they feel about your brand or if they even, fooling with it, because that doesn't mean nothing. The world, like you said, is huge. There's billions of people in the world.
Man, yeah, definitely. It's just, you can't go into this lane or this business with your heart, you know what I mean? Because you can't, it's strangers that'll make you rich. You know what I mean? It's strangers that's gonna support you the most. You can't worry about, who's not supporting and who's, he bought from this person, he not buying from me. I thought we was cool, you know what I mean? You can't let none of that get in the way of what you got going on. You know what I mean? It's tunnel vision. Stay consistent, stay focused on what's in front of you and what you got going on.
What are things that you are implementing to stay consistent? Because let me tell you, so basically what I do to stay consistent is like I plan my stuff in advance. Like my whole next month podcast are already scheduled because you do it for the people that you go to work for. They have you on schedule and you show up. So like my next month, I already have 4, 5, 6. How many I got? I got about 6 podcasts scheduled for next month, and I don't care what goes in my life. If it's not dire, I'm doing those podcasts. It just is what it is. Every night before I go to bed, what I'm gonna do tomorrow, I already plan top 3 things.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Stuff like that. What are you implementing? Because staying consistent is the hardest thing. It's easy to stay consistent with things that that are bad. It's easy to stay consistent drinking soda every day. It's easy to stay consistent staying up to 1 o'clock in the morning. Right. But it's difficult, the things that, that's going to have you catapulted in life. Mm-hmm. For some reason, it's hard to stay consistent with that. So what are you doing to stay consistent?
Just grinding, man. Just, remembering why I started. Mm-hmm. Remember why I started and staying at it every day. You know what I mean? To where, like I say, I got a passion for it, so it don't actually feel like work.
That's
what
I'm saying.
I can do this shit all night.
That's like this. Like I can do content. You know what I'm saying?
I can do this all night, man. I remember even from before I even started my own brand, I'd be up in the middle of the night, 2 in the morning, just on my phone putting fists together. You know what I'm saying? Putting matching clothes and shoes. Okay, I'm probably wear this to such and such event, or I'm gonna go out this weekend. That's what I'm gonna put on. You know what I mean? So all that plays a part too. You know what I mean? So
what's something? So say you got you a 13, 14, 15-year-old that's trying to get into the fashion industry, got a passion for it. What's something that you would tell him in order to just get his feet wet and just stay focused and grind hard and get it done?
Yeah, just. Main thing is, staying consistent, staying down, being true to yourself, what you believe in, and don't quit. You know what I mean? Just keep going. Don't worry about the outside noise. Don't worry about, everything that's going on around you. And another thing I learned is too, don't be so quick to tell people your ideas. You know what I mean? Don't be so quick to tell people your ideas.
Especially when those ideas you haven't even done the groundwork to get them started.
Right,
because
right.
A lot of times, here's my thing. I say that you want to tell somebody, and with you, it'll be your wife or something like that, because you tell one person because that you need that one person to hold you accountable. Right. So like if they notice that you not doing the things that you said you was gonna do, they can be like, hey, you said that you was gonna do a drop in June. And it's May, and you ain't even put no piece together. You ain't drew nothing. You ain't sent nothing to a graphic designer. That's good, but don't go around telling everybody, man, I'm dropping this for Valentine's Day, and it ain't. It's you know what I'm saying. You don't want to do that. You know what I'm saying. And another thing is not being afraid of being turned down. Right. Because you would be surprised. This year I made it. One of my goals was to get out and deserve everything that I say I wanted, and by doing that was networking. Right. So I used to be that person, man, I'm scared to ask somebody to be on the podcast, this and that. But now it's like, if I go up to you and you say, I say, man, I'm trying to get you on a podcast, you already know. Most people, they'll be like, we gonna schedule you, we gonna do this and that. But until you tell me no, I'm on you. You got to. You feel what I'm saying? Like it was a guy. I seen him out in public. I the same way I reached out to you. He said, we gonna do this and that. But I seen him in public. Yeah. He ain't expect me, you know what I'm saying? Because I'm rocking. Exactly. You gonna have to tell me no. Right. You feel me? And I could take it.
And that's not giving up.
But just tell me, just be like, you know what I'm saying? I ain't feeling, you know what I'm saying? This right there. But until you tell me because you're not saying no. All you doing is saying we got to schedule. Okay, we're gonna schedule it.
Yeah,
you feel what I'm saying?
Fair. That's
one thing that a lot of people don't do. They're not getting their communication skills up, and that's what I had to do because I was socially awkward before I started doing this. And then I said, you know what? That's a poor excuse. I couldn't promote. I couldn't market. I couldn't sell, all because I couldn't talk.
Right.
You feel what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And then once you learn how to have conversation and talk to people, you can make sales. Because at the end of the day, yes, FMO Clothing, yes, B4Real Media, but it's all about sales. Because if you can't make sales, you can't support yourself.
Right.
And if you can't talk, you can't make sales.
Yeah.
You see what I'm saying? So basically, that was my goal for this year: networking, getting out there, talking to people, and always being absorbed and consumed with your craft. You see what I'm saying? If they got a fashion show or something coming out, be there.
Right.
You see what I'm saying? Be there.
Yeah.
If they got somewhere, if it ain't too much, and you get to have you a station set up a station. You see what I'm saying? It don't matter if nobody come to your station. That's brand awareness.
Right.
Have a banner that says FMO.
Right.
Stuff like that. So, in closing, give some words of encouragement. A little bit more words of encouragement. We gonna shut it down.
Yeah, you just said a mouthful. Communication is the key. You know what I mean? Don't be scared to speak up. You know, networking, man. Just, you know, building. Goes back to building those relationships. Before I came on B4Real, I ain't had an idea who you was. You know, just reaching out. Yeah. You know, it led me to here. You know what I'm saying? And I feel like I don't know you, but now since we done had this set up here and had these conversations and these talks, I feel like you family now. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, my first event, I just had a pop-up shop, you know, this past weekend, man, and it was definitely a success, you know, to say it was in another city.
Where was it?
You know, it was in Port Arthur.
Okay.
And shout out to Big Don, man. He actually put it together.
So basically a pop-up shop when you come out there just to promote the brand and get people to purchase merch while they're there.
Correct. Yeah.
So what was it like? Is it just you there, or did they have artists rapping, or like what?
Man, they had other vendors out there. Okay. You know, this was their first time doing it. So they did it at the Daiquiri Den out there in what is it? Landlord's Daiquiri Den out there in Port Arthur.
Oh yeah, I know what it is. Yeah.
Okay, so Big Dom them, they did a thing that they haven't done before. It was supporting black-owned businesses for Black History Month. So they gave, you know.
And see, that's just what I was just talking about. If you got somewhere where you can set up, go set up. You know
right.
That's the thing. Like, do the things that you feel like when you have that idea and somebody asks you to do something, you're like, I don't know if that's gonna be lucrative for me, or I don't know if that's gonna, you know what I'm saying, I could benefit off that. But if you ain't doing nothing, why not?
Right.
You see what I'm saying? Anytime you can get somebody to see your logo is a win. I don't care if they bought something.
Yeah.
Anytime you can get somebody you can walk in with your hat on. If they was there for 2 seconds while you had that hat on, you won.
Man, I tell you.
See what I'm saying?
I went to the dentist. I had a dentist appointment not too long ago, and I'm going there to get my little regulatory cleaning. And I think I had this black FMO hat on. I was in there, and you know, I got in the dentist chair, laid back, took my hat off, set it on my lap, and the hygienist came in there. He kind of looked, and he was like, "Man, FMO." He was like, "What is that?" I said, "It's my brand." He was like, "Man, I like that." You know what I'm saying? So it caught his attention.
Stuff like that.
It caught his attention. You know what I mean? And it just it amazes me how, you know, like you say, long as they see it and their family gonna stick out. You know, so for me, like, their family is gonna stand out and it's gonna catch a lot of people's attention, because if you family oriented, you know what I'm saying, other than God, what's more important in life? You know what I'm saying? If you plan on starting a brand, man, just like I say, stay consistent at it. You know, come up with, you know, the thing I tell people is the biggest thing, you know, the dopest thing you can do is pull an idea out of your head and make it come to life. You know what I'm saying? And it's something that you started, something that you came up with. Nobody else, that's why it's important not to tell nobody else your idea. Because you bring stuff to people and sometimes they shoot you down, or man, that ain't gonna work, or man.
And what it is, they're just scared to do it, so they put that on you.
Yeah, exactly.
And then everybody who say that they want to be successful and be a millionaire, I always say that the $1 million ideas in your head and you just won't let it out.
Exactly.
Like you holding it in because, I don't know, you scared. You feel like you don't have the things you, like I said, when I was doing my podcast, all I had was my phone. You see what I'm saying? Sounded trash.
Right.
You see what I'm saying? But if you keep putting yourself in position, like even when I was doing music videos, I had BS cameras and stuff like that, but you get to be around people who have things, like you might meet somebody with camera equipment that they're trying to give away.
Right.
But you not working.
Right.
You're not putting yourself in position to be around those people. So in closing, I just want to say, man, even if you don't have the things that you think that you need, use what you have until you get what you want.
Exactly.
At the end of the day.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's a good episode, man. And I want to close that, man. And till next time, be for real.
Be for real.
For real.